Well, it's good to speak with you today, Bayo, and today I'm looking forward to hearing your views on the topic of humanitarian supply chain management. Can you start by providing a brief background of yourself?
Thank you, Dustin. It's nice to talk to you again. My name is Adebayo Adeleke. I'm a professional soldier. I've been in the U.S. Army for the past 15 years, and I'm a logistics and supply chain officer. And that's my specialty in the military. And over the course of the years, I've learned different ways of how the military actually operate and supply and sustain its forces on the battlefield, which is somewhat related to how it is done in the commercial, which we refer to as the commercial, the mainstream supply chain. Well, in the process of doing that, I heard there's a lot of knowledge pertaining to humanitarian supply chain, and I have passion kind of having been deployed a few times in combat operations and been in the military, as you know, military operations somehow kind of synonymous humanitarian supply chain as well. So I kind of have that kind of keen interest in it. But my background has been, I've studied at the University of Maryland, Webster University, and also University of San Diego, where I got my master's in supply chain management.
Thank you. And my first question is, what is humanitarian supply chain management?
Humanitarian supply chain management is somehow sometimes quite difficult to define, because sometimes most people think it is a supply chain in humanitarian form, though it is somewhat of that nature. But at the same time, humanitarian supply chain is fixed with a task of just developing and executing mobile supply chains to bring goods and services to disaster-struck area under critical time and pressure. It brings kind of a unique set of supply chain challenges caused by uncertainties surrounding every disaster. And most of these challenges normally not seen in mainstream supply chain.
And can you talk about why is it important?
It's quite important. Like you can see, over the last few years, for example, in 2001, the total U.S. expenditure for humanitarian economic assistance was about $1.4 billion, of which about 9.7% represent a special supplement for victims of floods and a typhoon in all parts of the world. And between the period of 2000 and 2004, the whole world experienced an average annual number of disasters that was about, give or take, about 55% higher than the period between 1995 and 1999. So what we're trying to see, the trend of a natural, both man-made and onset disaster is going to increase. And if we do not find a way to kind of, how to preserve life and how to preserve property, we're going to find ourselves as a whole in a bad shape. So that's where humanitarian supply chain comes in, by providing critical goods and services when these disaster strikes.
And my last question is, can you talk about how is it done, and how do you address some of the challenges that you mentioned?
Yes, some of these challenges over the years, for most, critical supply chain is faced with numerous challenges. But for example, the demand pattern, the lead time, the distribution network configuration, inventory control, information system. Some of these things over the years, these are the same recurring challenges. But we believe with the new frontier of technology streaming in, with the new training, with the new kind of light being shed on the humanitarian supply chain. Like before, most disaster relief workers are not well trained, or they're not expertise in humanitarian supply chain. But with no more focus, we have a lot of subject matter experts in humanitarian supply chain with different ideas from different walks of life and different parts of the world. It will help kind of bring more awareness to how to combat some of these challenges. And also with this newfound technology, or different arrays of technology that is flooding the market, it kind of helps. It will help alleviate some of the setbacks and some of the challenges we've had in humanitarian supply chain. And I think with these technologies and with this new expertise being kind of streaming into the humanitarian supply chain, we have a better view and we'll better have a better hand on how to combat the next disaster relief.
Well, thank you, Bayo, for sharing your views on humanitarian supply chain management.
Thank you, Dustin.